Alrighty then. How How's everyone doing today?
Hey, kittens.
All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good day.
Good evening. How are you?
Marcus said he's going to call in today. Hold on. What did he send me in Messenger? Because, I got to check because, the girls be saying.
Marcus is calling in? That's not Marcus.
Oh, Mufasa said he's going to call. I'm sorry, girls, I just saw the M and the A.
What?
And, same letters. So, all right. So, we'll tell you when to call in about 10 minutes at 240-719-2560. Because I know you, just in case turn up your battery, Clara. 240-719-2560. All right, everyone. Good evening. Today is Wednesday, October 12th, 2020.
Today is February 12th.
What did I say?
October,
February, whatever.
Right.
Today is Wednesday.
Some
Today is Wednesday, February 12th, 2020. I am Dominion.
And I am Epic.
And welcome to episode 82 of the BGKH show.
82.
Exclusively on Vox Power 373, which you can find at www.voxwave.com. There you go. Bam. Splaku. So, BGKH, what does that stand for?
I've often thought about that. I've wondered. It almost made me late today because I was in the bathroom.
Is that why you were late?
No. Bitch, I was on time. So almost.
But it's so unprofessional, though.
What's unprofessional? To get here before it starts?
Honey, I'm
going
to be
ready when you're on
listen,
air. See, we're not going to do this.
Listen,
so listen.
when
Let me
Gail
tell you what
King,
this BG.
When Gail
so
King,
now we're gonna jump on Gail?
No, we're not gonna jump on Gail.
Gail now?
No, but what I'm saying is that when Gail King showed up for her interview with Lisa Leslie, and they told her, Gail, the interview was gonna be at 7 p.m. She ain't show up at 6:59 and 53 seconds.
When the fuck did Gail King interview Lisa Leslie and she was there at 6:59 3 seconds? In fact, Lisa Leslie came to be interviewed by Gail King. Let's get that correct.
You get my point. Don't
try to.
Don't try. You're trying it. You're trying it. You're trying
Gail
it.
and Lisa were ready.
And the point is,
are you Gail or Lisa? Which one? Are you Gail or Lisa?
I'm always.
Gail or Lisa?
I'm
Gail
Oprah.
Lisa?
Bitch, I'm Oprah.
Gail or Lisa?
The fuck?
Oprah wasn't even in that interview.
Oprah's always in it. Oprah's everywhere.
On that television screen was Gail and Lisa.
Omnipresent.
In any event,
Oprah's omnipresent.
As I was sitting there on the toilet this evening, before I came in, wondering about those daggone initials, the BG, the K, and the H. I really came down to, for the B, the only thing I could think of was, it could be bitches, it could be biatches, it could be,
Bamas.
It could be Bamas, and it also could be burgers. But I actually think it's actually the blacks.
The blacks. Oh,
yes,
okay.
It's the blacks.
The blacks.
Right. Write that down. It's the blacks.
Okay.
So this is Black History Month.
On a t-shirt.
So,
okay.
We just gonna make sure y'all understand it's the B for the blacks because it's February and it's Black History Month.
Yes.
It's Black History 365 days a year, but
there we go.
We're celebrating it during this month on paper.
Right.
So
G.
But the G, as I sat there and I pondered and I wondered.
You said to yourself.
I was saying to myself.
Self.
What makes me different than some of the men that will go ahead and use the bathroom and not necessarily clean up after themselves?
So you're basic.
No, not basic.
That's what the B is for. For basic.
No.
Basic Black. Wasn't that the name of a group? Yeah, there was a group called Basic Black.
I don't recall.
Yeah, we'll cover that in music, music.
But
next week.
What I was alluding to was the fact that it was a clean booty hole because I used some wet wipes, and so that made me gay.
That is,
because it was clean.
That is really vivid and specific and
That's
entirely unnecessary, and that was so extra.
We have talked about putting fingers and foots and dicks and
I don't know what you're talking about. I defy you.
For the gays, honey.
I'm not here for that.
The K, honey.
I don't. My sister's name is Kendra, so I don't know if this is her show or.
We'll just say kinky. We already talked about it.
Oh, it's kinky. Okay, got it. And the H is because we are all human. For the most part, anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So, how was your week, the week that was?
The week was good. We have guests in the studio audience. Is that what we're getting? Oh, no. Okay. All right. Hey, how you doing? Hi.
Hey, you can close the door because we're on the air.
Hi. So my week was pretty good. It was amazing. It started off amaze balls because there was lots of announcements and stuff that came out. So my week.
Oh yeah, the genitalia is on fire.
The JanetJackson.com website is on fire. The Janetics are all buzzing around, as well as the J Tribe and the Jan Fam. They are all buzzing.
You got it.
Buzzing.
Genitalia on fire.
They are all buzzing.
They make a
They
cream.
are all
They make a
buzzing.
cream for that.
They're all moving and shaking and happy and screaming and crying and dancing and singing.
If your genitalia
They're
is
doing
doing all
all
of that, then
of
you
that.
know you probably need to see somebody.
because
about
they're alive.
it.
They're alive.
Listen,
they're
I
alive.
am a proud
So
Ella fella.
you're an Ella fella.
An Ella
You're
fella.
part of The Walking Dead. Then is that where we're going?
I am an Ella
The dead,
fella.
the dead, the DED,
That's
the
what I
dead,
was- yes.
the dead, the Walking Dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, but
So-
no, I did see the news, and
yes,
that's
I
gonna
was
be cool.
excited.
I'm assuming the tickets have gone on sale. Have they gone on sale for DC yet?
The pre-sale tickets have gone on sale, and the regular price tickets will go on sale. I believe it's actually tomorrow.
Like how much?
So
Because
it-
know,
but it
sometimes
depen-
she be carrying
it depends on
Well,
what
so
you're
does
trying to
Beyonce,
do.
but them Janet Jackson
But it
tickets
de-
be like
it depends on what you're
$1,500.
trying to do. Well,
Bitch.
I'm sure there probably is a $1,500 ticket. It won't be with my name attached to it,
Oh,
with my
okay.
credit card. So, but they go anywhere. But when you go onto her website, it goes anywhere from $59 up to $499 plus.
Which ones are you getting?
So I'm trying to stay in that $200 range. That's where I'm trying to stay. But it all depends on, because the thing about getting tickets for Janet.
Count me in. I'll go with you. I'm serious.
Okay, I will do that. I just, I pause only because it is kind of like me having that moment, just like you would have that moment listening to Ella. I'm in my zone. I'm with my Janet, and I'm like, so I don't need any distractions. I need to be able to have this moment and to
Hey,
be,
Seth, what you think I'm going to do while in the
I
middle of the
didn't say-
show?
I needed to be in this moment and feel like
Supported and
everything
loved.
is there. And I'm not saying that I'm not, but what I'm saying is I need someone else to be in that, to be buzzing.
So you're saying,
But-
so you're saying you want to go with some other bitch? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I'm trying to go with all the Jam fam. I mean, like, what's up? I mean, you ain't real. I mean, it's cool and all. I love you and all.
No.
But I'm just
What
saying,
you was about
if you
to say?
coming-
No.
But listen.
What you was about to say? You ain't no real fan. That is what you was about to say.
America.
Anyway, where's the concert going to be?
It's going to be at the Capital One Center here in D.C.
Oh, formerly the Verizon Center, formerly the
Formerly
MCI
MCI
Center,
Center, and
formerly AT&T Arena,
And
formerly.
the hookup spot for some people late at night.
I don't know nothing
outside
about
the-
that.
Outside the. Wow. Okay.
Anyway, so I mean, I'll go with all y'all little with the genitalia and the Janet Jackson, the blah blah blah. And I'm not gonna be like what was that episode of Family Guy when they went to see Kiss and they put the microphone in Lois's face and they were like, "We're not gonna take it," and Lois was like, yeah, and everybody looked at her.
Oh wait, my favorite thing about that episode was the fact that everybody got dressed the fuck up,
Yes.
and Peter was in it. He was in it.
But those people that go to the Kiss concerts, they
be
do
in
that.
it.
They carry
be
on.
in
They
it. And I'm here. Listen,
white
I'm here
face
for it.
makeup and
Listen,
everything.
I'm here for it. Ponytails, white face, make the boots and everything.
Yes.
I'm here for it. But yes. So, but I on Friday, so we'll chit chat about that.
Okay.
But, so I have there, and it's so funny because I was just having this conversation with. I was just having this conversation with one of the Trey Your kids, and so she was like, "I just invited myself into your Janet moment." I was like, "Well, I didn't buy my ticket yet, so you didn't invite yourself into my moment yet." House and ever. But we
I'm
were talking
inviting
about-
myself, and I mean, I'm gonna pay my way.
That's fine. I didn't say you wasn't going to do any of that.
I'm gonna
just
give you the
saying.
money so you can get
All
all the
I'm saying
tickets,
is-
so we can be together. Because I wanna be like.
That's half the fun going
Look,
with everybody. in
no,
the
but
same
see, I
area.
want to be like Jane Goodall when she goes to see the Chips and be like, "We are now watching the Janet Jackson fan in their native habitat."
See, everybody's trying to try it, and it's all right. It's okay. But but listen, I'm here for it.
Yes.
See what we do as Jan Fam and as Janetics, we support one another, and we just kind of go. We're just there just to support, and that's all
Right.
we're there for. We're there to support.
And I mean, I'm gonna have my boom mic so that I can hear everything. it's gonna be good. We'll be ready to go.
There's usually a big screen for those that that might be they can't hear with their glasses off and everything. I'm just saying.
No, I mean I can see just fine.
I mean, but
I'm saying, it's the
some people can't hear when they put their glasses
it's
on.
the mumble.
Some people just
it's
can't
the
hear with their
mumble and the whispering. So I need to have so I can hear everything
the
that's
mumbling and the
going
whispering
on.
usually comes from the audience, but she's usually singing, or at least the track is playing, and she's dancing.
Mumbling loudly along with
but in
the
any
words.
event,
But
you will be
sure,
there
I
at the
will
concert.
be there.
You'll be there
at the concert.
You will be
yes.
there at the concert. So speaking
right,
of
so-
that, she's also headlining the Essence Festival, which
Yeah, I
is
saw she's going to be like several.
July, yes.
And there's like a Cincinnati music festival or something
Her
like that.
and Bruno Mars, they're going to be there from July 1st through the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
She's been doing a media blitz, so she was on Jimmy Fallon.
She was on The View today,
She was on The
apparently.
View, gave out free tickets. She was on Ryan
I know
Seacrest.
them kids was gagging because we know several people who are often in the audience of The View, and of course,
Listen.
none of our friends that normally go see The View was in the audience today. 'Cause as evidenced by the
Listen.
fact that we didn't hear that faggy scream from
And then
all
there's
the
a
way
guy.
in New York City. Exactly.
I'm like, oh my God, okay. But anyway, so yeah, she's been making her rounds, and actually I was really here for her on Jimmy Fallon. The whole look, it was amazing.
I haven't watched any of it.
And then she came out, but The View. Wait till you check her out on The View. She came
Okay.
out today on The View with this, which was real. It's so gay, and I love everything about it.
It was gorgeous.
It's like this lamb.
I can-
like lamb.
I can look it up while we're here. Keep
Like
going.
brushed. It was all black, like brushed lambskin coat, but it was real furry. So it was she just looked great in it. It was just big fur, and it was just, I could see myself doing lots of things in that.
Let's see, Janet
On The View.
Jackson, The View.
Yes. Because she came out, she was hugging Whoopi, but her coat was everything. That.
Okay, that's
This
a
coat
cute
right here,
little
this
look.
coat is everything.
The older she gets, the more she looks like Lil Penny.
But wait, and so last night when she showed up on Jimmy Fallon, she showed up on Jimmy Fallon with this all black outfit on. And listen, we all know Janet comes from a family that has been very
Rich.
very rich, and very.
Did
she
she
talked
give you
about-
a "I'm a very rich bitch" moment?
Sort of, kind of, but not necessarily. She said, "Well, I grew up we grew up with lots of animals. We had, giraffes and llamas and deer, and somebody was like, a giraffe? Like everybody has a giraffe?" She's like, "Well, yeah." She was like,
Doesn't everybody have
she's
a
like,
giraffe?
we had lots of animals, but she came out with her gold bamboo triangular earrings on, and I was like, "Girl, you ain't Benji," but I'm here for it though. That look was everything.
Right.
I was here for it though. But she looked good, and the boot was nice, and so I was here for it. And yay. So I'm good. They also she did a shoot with the Hollywood Reporter for the Clive Davis party.
Yes.
And they had a couple people in this picture, like Cynthia Erivo, Clive Davis, Miguel, Joni Mitchell, Carlos Santana. It was a whole bunch of people in this picture, and it's a spread in the Hollywood Reporter. But she was looking great.
Good.
She was looking good. So I was really happy. So my week has been great. It's been.
I look
made
forward to seeing her.
great. And her promo pictures for Black Diamond, because that's the name of the album and the tour.
Yeah. Well, what was the excuse? What was the
Black
the
Diamond,
name behind the Black
Like
Diamond?
a Diamond is the hardest thing in the world with a lot of pressure, and so she was saying it's one of the hardest minerals that has come out, and it's hard to cut. She still has rough edges, and she's still trying to get polished, and so that's kind of what she felt that she represented because of all the things that have gone on in her life. So, listen,
Okay.
that was her explanation, and I'm here for it.
Oh,
I can't really say anything differently, but
That sounds like an art school project, but sure. Okay, great.
But I mean, I'm here for it.
I mean, she's got, more money than, like I could spend $1 million every day for the rest of my life and still not have as much money as she's got. So, all right. So good for her.
That's
all right.
amazing.
What?
I said that would be amazing.
I know. If I could spend $1 million
Like this, let me
every
tell you
day.
something.
Be like Brewster's Millions. Remember that movie?
Oh,
We had to spend.
can you imagine getting bored having to spend, I have to spend $1 million again?
Right. Oh God, I gotta spend a whole $1 million.
Damn it.
And you can't. He said you
Like,
can't
what do
just
I buy
blow it by
now?
spending $30 million on some bimbo giving her the Hope Diamond. I remember that.
What do I buy now? Like,
Right.
oh, God.
All right. So let's get some of this foolishness out of the way.
Is someone calling
Is
you?
somebody calling on the party line? Hello.
Thank you for calling the BGKH show. You are on the air with Dominion and Epic. Hola.
Hello.
Oh, you want to call in? You ain't got nothing to say? You ain't got nothing to say? You done called in? You ain't got nothing to say? Bye.
Bye. All right, there we go. So, Super Bowl 54 backlash. A former Ohio high school football player and current online Christian talk show host, is planning to sue the NFL for its Super Bowl 54 halftime show featuring the controversial strip club routines of Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. His name is David Daubenmire, who is a pastor in Central Ohio and host of Past the Salt Ministries, the Coach Dave live show.
Oh,
All right, we're going to try this again.
We're going to try this one more again. So if you call in, we're going to get this. Thank you for calling the BGKH show with Dominion and Epic. You're on the air.
You gotta put
you gotta
put the actual show on mute so you can talk.
Hi.
Turn your computer down or your phone down or whatever. Turn it down because we hear it in the background.
It's all muted, honey.
Hello. Who is this?
This is Legionnaire.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. What's going on?
What's popping?
Not much. Just calling in to check in on my peeps. See how y'all doing. See y'all doing the damn thing as usual.
Oh, we are having an absolutely wonderful time. Will we see you this weekend for the Leather Man of Color, Leather Woman of Color, and International Leather Legacy,
and the Wet
Pocketbooks performance?
No, I have awning duties that I have to take care of here in the Midwest, unfortunately. But yeah.
So are you? Did you get your tickets for Janet yet?
I am going to take care of that tomorrow, actually.
Yay! Okay, we can talk about that. You can call in. We can talk about that on the show.
Right.
We'll have a whole show about that.
Right.
Yay!
Is the pre-sale like you got to have like your Amex card or something to get the pre-sale?
It's a couple different pre-sales. There's one for Amex. There's one for Live Nation. It's one for JanetJackson.com members. So it's a couple different pre-sales.
Yeah. So let me look and see what if I might be able to get the pre-sale.
And it might be I think Citibank. I think. It's either Citibank or...
I can do that too, so...
It's another credit card that might have it too, so... But anyway, so yay! Let me know when you get your tickets. I want to find out what day. Who knows? If I have bingo somewhere, maybe I'll come to check out a show in
Chicago.
In Chicago's.
Well, the Chicago date is the 29th of June. That's the date for Chicago.
Oh.
That's the date that I'm looking at.
Okay.
That's a
possibility. That's a possibility, yeah. So we'll talk about that.
Right, we can figure that out.
Okay, all right.
Well, thank you for calling in, baby. We will talk to you soon.
No problem. Love y'all.
Love you back.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so anyway, this Bama said that I think we ought to sit down in a courtroom and present this as evidence of how whoever is keeping me from getting into the kingdom of heaven.
So let's just stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just stop right there. Let me make sure I understand this correctly. This man is alleging that he's not going to get into the kingdom of heaven because he watched the Super Bowl 54 halftime show that he said resembling what many considered a simulated orgy on stage. So that's what he said. So I have several issues with this statement. Let's go back to, what does a simulated orgy look like, and how do you know what that looks like, or how do you know what that sounds like, or how do you even know what that is? Number two, if you're not getting into heaven for whatever reason, I'm sure
it is not because
going to be because you were watching Super Bowl 54 or you saw this 7 or 8 minute clip of the performance. So, but I digress. I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, it's just he said also, he just used such sexual imagery. He says, I turned on the TV to watch football, not to watch a pole dance. They penetrated the sanctity of my home. Okay. He said he blamed the 50-year-old Lopez and 43-year-old Shakira for forcing sexual imagery on young boys and their unappreciative parents. Now, I don't know what young boys you know, but you ain't got to force sexual imagery on them.
Listen.
It says J-Lo is 50. You go on a porn website, you're not looking for 50-year-old women. Young boys are being exposed to this. I was like, well,
first of all,
there is a whole industry devoted to sex with older women.
Yes.
And let's just be clear.
MILF.
When people
How about
think
that?
of older women, they ain't thinking about J-Lo's 50-year-old sexy ass. They thinking of older, gray-haired women, and which I'm not saying is not beautiful.
Right.
I'm not saying that at all.
At all.
But I'm saying
'Cause
that
listen.
J-Lo, her statistical age might be 50, but her body is not statistically
Not at
50.
all. Because listen, let's even go Miss Jane Fonda. Come
Right.
on, Miss Jane Fonda. Miss Jane Fonda is in her mid-70s, and there are still several men and or women that will want to go ahead and lay around with Barbarella.
Right.
So I'm just saying, but it's okay if that's what you say.
So all right, so I'm going to end this by saying that he shared his discussion with an attorney and plans on suing the NFL for.
Wait a minute. Let's let everybody get it together.
Everybody calm down.
Calm
Put
your
your phone
nerves.
down. Hold on, y'all
Just
got to
calm
pay
your
attention
nerves.
to this.
Just listen. Let's look at this number.
Is going to sue the NFL for $867 trillion. One more time. $867 trillion.
Are you
Okay.
kidding me? How much is our national deficit?
How much is our entire gross national
yeah,
product? I don't think it's.
You're going
I'm not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Okay.
like really $867 trillion.
Okay. All right.
Listen,
So
Mr.
great.
Mr. Daubermeyer, listen, go sit down.
Mr. Bob, Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina. Please just sit down
Go sit down.
somewhere.
Please have a seat. Just go
So, in more fun and exciting and hilarious news. So, this weekend, you will be able to come out to Baltimore and have big fun with the Wet Pocketbooks. So, you will be able to see us on Sunday, February 16th at the Night Shift in Baltimore between 12 and 4. Now, I have it on good authority that we can perform for as long as we like. So, listen.
Really?
Woo, this might be like a Erykah Badu style link performance.
That or-
with the incense and we're gonna have listen. Oh, it's gonna be foolishness.
Or the never-ending concert where we kind of coming on doing the Diana Ross thing, going on the stage,
Right.
off the stage, coming back.
I think we're probably going to end up doing like 3 numbers or so. Are you going to do a solo number?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing a solo number. You're doing a solo number. We're doing a group number.
And I'm not sure if
The
other
third,
two-
the third or fourth pocketbook is
third
going to
and
do.
fourth pocketbook.
Yes.
So and listen, the wet pocketbooks is deep like Wu-Tang. So I mean,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
listen, our
Wet
promos-
pocketbooks ain't nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, I mean, come on now, like we. Oh,
Oh,
we have another caller.
we have another caller.
2 callers in one night.
All right.
You on the air with the BGK show with Dominion and Epic?
Who is this?
This is Mufasa.
Hey!
What's
Speaking
going
of leather man and leather woman of color contest.
Come on, Leather Royalty.
We are we are so appreciative of the Wet Pocketbook putting us on their tour schedule.
Of course,
know.
even Janet Jackson plays festivals. We play leather contests.
I mean, that's what we do.
So it's what we do. It's for the community. Mm-hmm.
It's all for the people. It's all for you.
We're calling this
it
our
is.
pink diamond. Yes, pink diamonds.
I'm here for it. The Pink Diamond Tour.
the pink the pink diamonds.
Pink Diamond.
We have karaoke
Yes,
hosted by Derek and Kevin
yes,
of your chapter.
Yes. So Gray and 007 will be doing karaoke. Yes. Okay.
I'm excited.
They'll be hosting. And also we have the stylings of Cheyenne L.
Ooh.
And we have a few little go-go boys in Jack Thompson and Cal Bindigo.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. I will be bringing
Bring
my
a purse with
dollars.
it. Yeah, a purse with a couple of dollars in it.
Yes, $1 or $2. So
Yeah.
So we are looking to have a fun time. The catering will be done by the Clifton Pleasure Club.
yes,
Sliders and things.
y'all gonna have pork chops?
Sliders, yes, pork sliders.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Don't forget the hot sauce.
Right.
Crystal, please.
I'll bring some.
Thank you.
I'll bring some from home. I keeps a bottle of Frank's Red Hot with me at all
Frank's
times.
but I would prefer Crystal, but I'll work with Frank's. I'm good with
And
it.
I'm bougie, so I also got a bottle of the Nando's Peri Peri spicy garlic sauce.
You know
Yeah,
what's really good?
I love it.
Cholula has a garlic flavor.
Yes, yes. Well, we look forward to seeing you this weekend, Mufasa, and so you get here safely, and we'll see you on Friday.
Thank you so much. Saturday is a full day, and we hope to see everybody there for classes, contest, and play party, and Sunday's extravaganza.
Yes! I am ready. All right, baby.
Thank you. Love you all.
Love you
you
back.
too. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, so that's going to be fun. So, all right, so the Wet Pocketbooks performance, we got that.
Yes.
Let's, you know what, we should dive into these Oscars real quick. Now, I didn't watch it because, you know, I'm so over all of
Listen.
that. But, you know, our girl Janelle Monáe slayed at the start of it. And then, you know,
I'm a little
Eminem
afraid for her.
did a whole, you know, Wheezy, you know, get into, what's the name of that song from the Oscars?
Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself from, because apparently, so here's the story behind it. When Lose Yourself was nominated in 2002 for, you know, it was Best Original Song
Right.
for 8 Mile, Eminem, you know, thought he was too good, or he was too hood or
good,
whatever
too good, yeah.
to go to the fucking Oscars. And so now, 18 years later, when don't nobody give a shit, he finally decided to come and do a song that most people are like, oh yeah, there
And the
was that
faces
song in
on
that
the
movie.
people in the audience, they were all like that woman that
Right, they're like,
the
bitch,
stank face. They're like,
bitch,
What?
the camera's on me. The camera's on me. Is the camera still on me? Is the camera still on me? Okay.
okay.
Is that okay? Okay. Is the camera on me? Good. Jesus,
Yeah.
why is he performing?
What
It
the
was
fuck? Yeah,
very that.
It was very much of that. Yeah, it was
very that.
But I mean, listen, if that's your moment, then
There
that's
we
your
go.
moment.
All right, so let's get into.
But let's one more thing to say about the Oscars though before we jump into this
The Lukes.
the Lukes of the Oscar. It was the lowest rated or lowest
But
watched
every year they
Oscar.
keep going
It's
lower
going
and
down.
lower
Like,
because.
but then so let's give it a little bit of color, spice it up a little bit, show some diversity. Maybe you'll get some more.
And even if you don't, I mean, yes, you do want to show more diversity. But the films that continue to be nominated are these like art house movies that most people don't see. It's like, bitch, didn't like Little Women win something? How many times?
are we going to remake Little Women and then
They have
to come up-
remade Little Women a billion in my lifetime alone. They've remade that movie at least 5 times, and it's like the same fucking story.
3.
It's not even like Lin-Manuel Noriega did with Miranda did with Hamilton, where you're taking a new take on a historical figure or a historical story. They literally telling the same fucking story with the same period costumes, with the same shitty American actresses doing their shitty British accents every fucking year, every 2 years.
I will say-
And how does this keep getting greenlit?
I will
Because
say
you know
that
what? This is the
Meryl Streep-
one book that bitches finally read in high school, so they want to finally make a movie out of it.
I will say that Meryl Streep is amazing.
Oh, of course.
I'ma
I mean,
just
she's
listen,
amazing in everything.
She's amazing. But I live for the fact when Seth Graham did Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, his little spin on it. Like I love that little.
Well,
piece
you're
of
right,
it,
because
but
that's
still,
funny. But
it was a
yeah,
spin to it.
you know, when Black Panther won, I was like, yeah, because that's a movie
Right.
that people actually saw. When Moonlight won, that's a movie that
Yes.
people actually saw.
Yes.
Now, I'm not suggesting we start nominating, like, Superman 3 or whatever. But, like Wonder Woman.
We're gonna nominate Truck Turner.
Oh, bitch. of
Right.
course.
Well,
it's a lifetime
retroactively, posthumously, however you.
So she's still alive. So it's a lifetime achievement award.
Listen, I'm here
Yes.
for it. I'm here for
So
it.
all right, the Oscar
But the
fashions. So I
hands
love.
up. So who are your favorite? Hands up. Like who was your favorite of all of them?
So my favorite is Janelle Monáe.
So okay. So
Okay.
Janelle Monáe's outfit was like a silver
With a hood. I love a dramatic
Yeah,
hood.
but I'm torn between Cynthia Erivo and also
Yes.
Regina King.
Cynthia looks good with this off the shoulder.
But
thing
I
that she
hated
was
Regina
giving.
King's hair though. I was
Oh,
like,
this is
ugh.
Regina King.
Like I wasn't
Yes,
really a
I
fan.
don't really care for this look.
No, you have to see her from the front. You have to see it from the front. Like
Okay.
it's amazing. But I was like, girl, I'm not. This hair was like very much of like, oh, I'm going to work and I'm running late, so I'm gonna just go ahead and slap this little curl on the side.
what was a miss for me was Natalie Portman with that cape. And I mean, I get the statement that she was making with the hand embroidered of the women who weren't nominated for making
They were
fabulous
like
movies.
right here on the inside.
Right. So when they said
like,
what I heard or what I thought,
can you read this? Can you?
because I didn't see it because I'm only seeing the pictures. But when I first heard, I was like, oh, okay. So she had like this all over print that was really composed of words, and I was like, No, it was a black cape where it was like if you had on a dress or a jacket with the lapel. So like the lapel all the way around the dress was just a name, and it wasn't even like names or words as a pattern. It was like a name, then like 10 inches of space, and then another name. So it was just like unnecessary. It just seemed weird.
Listen, America, don't hate me for this, but you know who was a miss for me?
Oh, our good Judy.
Billy,
I guess the statement that Billy is finally making is that anybody can wear a shitty dress, because I was not the bodice was cute.
Separately, they are nice pieces,
but it doesn't. They didn't go together at all.
Yeah, I was just like, I couldn't. I was like, and I wanted to like it so much, but I was like,
yeah. Now, his post-Oscar look for the Elton John party.
Even his performance with Janelle, because he jumped on stage with that. Like, I even like that.
Yeah. So I thought that was cute. Yeah, there were a lot of these that were just like, oh, girl, what was you thinking?
The Idina Menzel and all the people.
You know who? Let me tell you. So the two of the biggest misses was fucking, who was this bitch? Black China. I was like, why the fuck are you even here?
So wait a minute. So listen, let me back up. Well, I think Blac Chyna is funny looking right now. I think she's just like, she's had a little bit too much going on.
Blac Chyna is giving you Cardi B for Halloween.
So yes, I will give you, and a bad Cardi B at that.
Right.
Because Cardi, when she comes out, she's
Cardi B is flawless.
Clean and shit.
But I'm saying this look says I'm dressing up as Cardi B for Halloween.
That's what I got. I did. I got that.
Or Elvira.
I really would.
Either way, it's not.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Another miss for me is Kristen Wiig and this red thing with the ruffles.
You know what that looks like? That looks like the Swiffer dust ruffle, the one where you put the little thing in it and the two sides run out and you kind of and it's just red. That's what it looks like. But
try to clean lampshades. Yes.
It's like, all right, okay. It's like, but you know.
All right, so let's talk about, because we have to talk about Hoe Tips, because Hoe Tips is funny.
Okay.
All right, so favorite TV shows.
So I had several, and these were all like in no order. Like these are all things like, this is the noisiest chair on the planet.
Right.
But there were several that I actually liked. So Benson, Give Me a Break. I liked Webster. I also like, of course, The Cosby Show in a Different World.
Right.
But then I also loved The Flip Wilson Show, which was something that I caught the end of as growing up as a kid. It was like reruns or whatever. Because I love Miss Geraldine.
Yes.
I'm a girl killer. Like, I love Miss Geraldine. Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
What's Happening. And also...
Yeah, I never really cared for What's Happening.
Really? Dwayne was...
I mean, I guess, but...
Hey.
And I didn't find... What was the little dog... What was his little sister name? D.
D, yeah.
I wanted to slap the shit out of her so bad, because I'm just like, oh God, she's getting on my fucking nerves. And at the time, me and my sister used to go back and forth, and I was like, she would remind me of... Shut the...
Listen,
yeah,
but and then also Living Single, I thoroughly enjoyed as well. So those are the ones that I like, and like a couple others, like 227, I think, if I didn't say so, and also the Jeffersons. Yes. But let me tell you why I love the Jeffersons. Okay. I love the Jeffersons because when I found out Sherman Hemsley was from Philadelphia, I was like, all right, great, cool, fine, whatever. But then I had my uncle and aunt, my uncle graduated from Wharton Business School, and then he got this job and moved to California, all this good stuff. But I used to look at my uncle all the time and be like, why does he walk like that? So when I started watching the Jeffersons, I was like,
that's
my Uncle David. I'm like, he's walking the same pimp stroke. And if you see my uncle, he is walking with the same pimp stroke. You can find him in the crowd. He got that same walk in that hand. That's just how he walked. And he used to always tell me there's something about, guys from that time period growing up in South Philly. And I was like, but you didn't grow up in South Philly. You grew up in West Philly. But I digress. Sure. But okay. But anyway, that was another one that's I like. And for
so my list: Cosby Show, A Different World, In Living Color. Yes, In Living Color was a favorite show of mine, and The Boondocks. I fell in love with The Boondocks the first day, the very first episode, when Uncle Ruckus got up and was like, "Excuse me,
his ass needs to be slapped.
Excuse me. Don't trust them new niggas over there, waving all their nigga essence in the air." I'm just like, oh, is this what this show is going to be like? I was like,
Wasn't that Regina King that did the voice for?
For Riley, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, she did both of the voices. She was the voice of both of those kids. And what's the name? The father, John
Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon was Grandpa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Boondocks, Good Times. Good Times. Just so many classic episodes. Living Single. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Sometimes I could take or leave the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but that scene with Will and Ben Vereen, who played his father, the trucker, and at the end when Will was like, "Why you don't love me, man?" and just collapsed, I was just like, "Oh, it was so moving."
So
Are you trying to tell me that did not move you?
it did not.
Wow, you are dead inside. You are dead. That was like one of the most because if you remember, he had that whole little shitty little he'd bought that special little figurine, which was the father holding the little son in his lap, and his father had been a trucker, and so he was supposed to drive away and do like the whole summer, and they were going to reconnect and they were going to bond, and they Will came with his bag, and the father was sneaking out the house, trying not to be seen. And then, like, his name was like Bob or something. And then he went from calling him Dad to like, "No, everything's fine, Bob." And and then he was like, "I'm gonna marry her, honey. I'm gonna have a passel of kids, and because you will never." And I was just like, it's so moving. Go ahead and get your Emmy.
And the next show.
Wow, you are
Listen,
dead inside.
I supported Will in all the shit that he
Now
did
the
or
show
tried to do.
was corny a lot of times.
very corny.
But that was the first time I really saw him as like a good actor. And, I like being moved like that. So I don't know.
Sure.
Okay, all right. So Epic is dead inside.
Actually,
Surprise.
The first
Okay.
time I thought he was actually a good actor to me was not in 6 Degrees of Separation, which I thought was an okay movie.
Which I
but
still
I
haven't
actually
seen.
thought was it was I Am Legend, I believe.
No, he was good in that too.
So especially at the end, well, not the end, but the whole watching the glass break and the butterfly thing.
Yes.
That moment for me was really good. So I was like, all right. And watching Little Big Ear Willow when she was in the setup was kind of cute.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. But yeah, that was when I thought he was a really good actor.
Chappelle Show.
So I must listen. I will say this: I like Chappelle Show, but I didn't like it then. I like it now, going back and looking at it, because they were talking, and I wasn't in the mood to sit down for it. I wasn't in the mood to sit down but the funniest shit that I've seen over the years, like those scenes, have been amazing. Like, first of all, Dave Chappelle and these ashy ass lips playing a crackhead. And at the time where I think it was the Snickers
Ashley
bar.
Larry.
Yeah, Ashley Larry. But then the Snickers bar was on the ground.
Right.
It's like doo-doo or something. And
Right.
Like, so I mean, it's stuff like that. And I have the first season on DVD somewhere.
Yes.
I just haven't, I just couldn't get into it. I was like, But now, I enjoyed it. I enjoy it now.
Yes. So I love the Chappelle Show. I still had this memory of one year when me and my fraternity brothers, we had our fraternity convention in New Orleans, and we spent the whole evening walking back and forth. But so we got so drunk, right, that we started at one end of what's the main street? Bourbon Street, and we were already drinking, and then we walked down, and then we found a fucking Fat Tuesdays, and got one of them big ass yards, and we're walking.
Can somebody please bring a Fat Tuesdays back to DC, please?
So we were so drunk that we never quite made it back to the hotel. We would get like halfway from Fat Tuesday back to our hotel and be like, you know what? We should go back and get another yard. So we did that like 3 or 4 times. And they had just done the Rick James clip. We was like, they should have never gave you niggas money.
Oh, God.
And, there were several of us, our fraternity is mostly white. But, so whenever we would see one another, So listen, all these white people, right? And then but we're friends with them. These are fraternity brothers, so we didn't all necessarily hang out together. So we would just hang out with other people. But if we saw one another across the way, be like, darkness, darkness. It's like random Negroes yelling darkness to one another on the street because we was fucked up.
And the white folks is like, oh my gosh.
Well, they were our friends too,
know,
so
yeah.
they seen the Chappelle show. They knew better not than to say darkness.
Oh,
Because listen, we would have sobered up real quick. We're like,
it's a lot of
What
folks
did you
that
say?
they get a little,
right? What did you?
happy.
Oh, so right.
so-
But yeah, so that's why I love the Chappelle show. Scandal. Let me tell you. So you know how Facebook shows you your memories
Yes.
every day. My mentions in Facebook, one of the memories is just totally out of context scenes from Scandal. It'd be like,
Listen.
yeah, Liv, tell him what to do, or some shit, and you just be like, what was that episode again? Now, some of them you remember, but most of them I'm just like, we just was like randomly posting shit
And
on.
I was loving Scandal. Every time Scandal, I was like, don't call me between 9 and 10 because I was on Facebook.
Between 9 and 11 because it was Scandal, and then when How to Get Away with Murder came on.
But with Scandal, like I was on it. I was like, and I was chatting and posting and everything else.
Right.
But then, like a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
Scandal lost me
Where?
right when they arrested her. I mean, they held her as captive.
Really?
And then they let her go.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to get back in the swing of things, and I was already lost. I was like, you've lost me. And I have never actually seen the end of it at this point.
Oh no, I didn't watch the last season
I stopped.
because I was just like, all right, so here's
Somewhere
what we got.
after that.
Here's what we got. We have so it's at one point they had arrested Cyrus, who was a homosexual,
Right.
with a hooker husband. So not just like not a Pete Buttigieg homosexual, but an actual homosexual who married a hooker, and everybody knew about this. And he was the vice presidential candidate on the ticket. Now,
Heidi Fleiss. type of-
Right.
Yeah.
he somehow went from being accused of murdering the president-elect to being the president-elect to being the vice president to a divorced woman. And so now this is the president and the vice president, and then all of this other shit. And then I was just like, okay, so this is what we're going to do now. And I was just like, at some point, I feel like this country would have imploded. Like if Barack Obama had been killed on the fucking day, not at the inauguration, because that guy who won the election was killed. Like, remember when, what is it, Rogers Park or whatever the fuck it is, when Obama gave his acceptance speech and it was like 1 billion people there?
Oh, yeah.
That was like, that was that moment. Like, if Obama had been shot and killed that day, this country would have been on fucking fire. And everybody's just like, oh, well, the president-elect got shot and he was an Hispanic guy. And of course, his wife turned out to be the one that killed him, had him killed. And so it was just, it was just silly.
I lived for Cyrus's character.
I did
as
too.
well as his husband, and I thought that was so unnecessary when they killed his husband. Like I understood
His
why
husband
they
needed
did.
to die. His husband needed to die.
He did some fucked up shit, but then
Yeah.
it was like, but did he really though? Like in the grand scheme of things,
And
like,
then, listen, is Tyra Nicole on? Listen,
Hey, Tyra.
we used to live for fucking Candy Alexander.
listen,
as
Mama
Mama
Pope
Pope.
was crazy. Them cat shit.
When
Oh my
Mama
God.
Pope chewed her own fucking wrist to get out of jail and then casually sauntered in about 2 weeks later when her wrist should have been all bandaged up and shit. And listen,
That's what crazy does.
Yeah,
That's what
crazy do. Yeah,
Crazy
right.
heals all that. When you eat your skin away, crazy heals that up.
Yeah.
When you bite your toe off, crazy heals that. It brings it back. When,
Yeah.
when you bite, when you done bit your own ear off.
Right.
See, that's what crazy does. It
and
allows
so
you to bite
for
your
a
own ear off.
minute, I mean, I was into How to Get Away with Murder for the first couple of seasons, but at some point I was like, these hoes are still supposed to be in law
They
school.
lost me after the young lady was tied up in the basement. Like
Yeah.
I think that was like season 2 or 3, somewhere around
Yeah.
there. I was just now
Right, and I was like,
figuring out
these hoes
the
are all in
connection
law school, but
between-
they don't never go to class. They're always at Annalisa's house trying to get her out of shit.
Yeah.
And you're that sexy ass Nate.
The black one?
Yeah.
So no, you know who I thought was sexy? The gay boy that was laying up with the Asian boy, I think it was.
Yeah.
Him. I was like,
Yeah.
whoo. Like after
And you know he's not actually gay in real
listen,
life.
Neither. Well, I should say. Well, he is though. But because what's his name from Scandal?
Cyrus?
Huck.
Yeah, Huck is gay. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Huck.
Yeah. Remember that time when him and Quinn got into it and he pulled her
in her mouth.
No, but before that, when they thought that Quinn was a spy or something, and he pulled her teeth out, and then like a year later, they fell in love, and he
fucking, and he was spit. He was like, I was like, oh my god,
right, that was hot.
It was so nasty, and I loved every minute of it.
It was like,
God.
oh my, like, do it again.
Yes, they was screwing. It was so nasty. I need a minute.
So we got to come back to a few others. Soul Train.
Listen,
Soul Train.
Who was your favorite character on Soul Train?
The Asian chick, who I never knew, so I only know her as the Asian chick.
And she was on something like a
documentary or something. Yeah.
Who was my? She was my. Listen, I live for her. Me and my mother used to look for her every Saturday. She used to always wear a fringe dress. We used to call her Shake-a-Lot.
Oh.
She would come down the aisle. She'd just be like, bam, 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 bam. Yes, come on, Shake-a-Lot. Bam, bam.
You know how when you have like a revelation, like the day you find out Santa Claus isn't real?
Joe.
Like the day I was watching Soul Train and realizing them bitches weren't actually singing live, it fucked my whole world up. Because I was like, those hoes up. Like there's only one first of all, I was like, wait a minute, they're doing the whole song, but it's only one person on stage. It ain't even no instruments or nothing on stage. And then I was like, well, if that's not actually happening, then they're not actually singing. And I was just like,
mind blown.
But not in a good way. I was just like my whole world imploded. I was like, the fuck? Up is down, down is up, in is out. What the fuck? Nothing makes any sense anymore if they're not actually singing on Soul Train.
Listen, and American Bandstand was not better either.
And you know what? I didn't even fuck with American Bandstand because I was like, I'm gonna fuck about everybody that I wanted to see on American Bandstand would eventually be on Soul Train.
And
because this isn't like now where everybody is trying to cross over. You know, there were black artists that you was only ever going to see. Like you was never going to see Luther Vandross on no fucking American Bandstand.
But he was.
I don't know because I never watched it. So
listen, Solid Gold was another one. I love that
Solid Gold.
Because Miss Darcel would come through.
What was
Solid Gold?
So I guess that was Solid Gold with was it Byron Allen or
Byron Allen
and that white woman, Lee
wait,
Crawford.
That was something else. You talking about
Kathy Lee Crawford? Crosby, yeah.
Or
Real People or some. It was like a variety show or something, wasn't it?
Real People was a show.
Oh, and Star Search. I mean, that wasn't a black show, but
Star Search. But anyway, that was a Ed McMahon and
yes, and Ed McMahon, yeah. And then 227, of course. Yes.
I mean, no Pace Child.
Right. And then, speaking of 227, a black lady sketch show is fucking hilarious.
So
when they did the parody of 227 and whatever the light skinned chick came out, I was like, bitch, she looks and sounds exactly like Jackie.
She was like, ooh, Mary.
Me and Lester got something to tell you.
Listen.
That was some.
So that's pretty good.
Mess.
Do you watch the other one, the other show?
No, but it's Astronomy Club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we got 12 minutes, so I got to spend a few minutes on. All right, I'm saving that. All right, so Ho Tips. This is a new segment this week.
Lord have mercy.
Ho Tips. All right, so here I am minding my business, and then so my fraternity brothers. Come on now. I want to be, yeah, there we go. All right. So, we're in this group and they post these two pictures and it's some foolishness. And I immediately posted it on Twitter because of the foolishness. Now, we all went to a university because I'm about to change some things because there's some stuff. All right. So
we're going to protect the names of
right.
innocent.
So blah, blah, blah.
Dominion, their name is going to be
Bobinion. You're right. So, all right. So the name of the school, the school that we went to has this Instagram where they post stuff about, alumni and the shit that's going on in the school. So they say, call it Love Story. And we're going to say Trina and William met while at this school back in the spring 2001 semester on a Friday. She was in one school, he was in the other school being the same school that I was in when I went to school.
Y'all can fill in the blanks.
Right. So they lost contact, but were reunited during the 2018 Essence Festival in New Orleans, where they crossed paths by chance on a Friday evening. She lived in Tampa and he resided in another city. But from that day forward, they were inseparable. They built a strong long-distance relationship that included constant phone calls and bi-monthly trips. In the summer of 2019, they fell in love and started dating officially, and they got engaged on December 2019.
Okay.
All right. So, because this is all about love stories, and the hashtag is like blah, blah, blah university.
Why do I
hashtag
feel
love
like
stories.
I know this girl
Hashtag
oh
blah,
my
blah,
God.
blah. So,
This girl
here
goes
go.
left. Oh my God.
Here go the
Oh
other
my
part.
God. I see it right now. Let me
You
get
ever see
myself
that? You ever
together.
see that Marie Kondo meme? I love mess.
Let me get my glasses because I can't hear this.
This is that mess. All right, so too bad William rekindled this love story while still being married. His wife was completely blindsided by this relationship, let alone quote unquote love story. I don't know how Trina, or whatever the fuck I called her, I don't know Trina, but I know William ain't shit for sending this bullshit to be posted online. Specifically, you have a picture of my niece on here like she's a part of this messy ass relationship. Hashtag how you have a real love story with a married man. That's the whole hashtag. All right. So, so that's the whole thing. So we're sitting in this group, and I see. So I have posted it now on Twitter, and so another one of my fraternity brothers is like, "So we're not going to talk about this?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "We all know who the fuck William is," and I was like, "But William is a fairly common name," because this is what I'm thinking. I was like, William is a fairly common name. It's not out of the realm of possibility that at the College of Engineering, it's not the College of Engineering, but at the College of Engineering, there was more than one person named William at the school at the same fucking time. Plus, the dude in the picture with the woman, the new wife,
You can't really see his face.
you can't see his face, but you see enough of his body to know that that's not the William that I remember, because the William that I remember was fat. So I was like, well, clearly can't be him. And then everybody's like, but it is him. And I'm like, oh, we all like. And then I felt kind of bad. And then I felt really bad because, all right, so here go the last piece. Dear blah, blah, blah. Please remove the picture that has my children in it. For the sake of my children, I won't go into details. I just want my children removed from this post. So the wife now sees this picture. All right, so first of all, when I say I love mess, that's messy, because in order for, they don't just, this Instagram don't just randomly get pictures of people without their permission. So somebody had to send them this information or these pictures and the details about their love story. So I'm assuming it's either Trina or William.
Right.
Either of which is messy.
Right.
So here's the whole tip. So, by the way, the first wife and William are divorced.
Right.
But from the timeline, as I understand it, the divorce happened before the engagement, but after she found out that he had found the love of his life. So that was at least a contributing factor to it. So here's the whole tip. If you're going to be a hoe, don't post all your shit online.
First off, you don't have no motherfucking evidence. Don't leave no fucking evidence.
And
You ain't
don't
taking
put the pictures of somebody's child in it. Now, it is his child too.
Right.
But these children don't need to see the pictures of your new wife and know this whole story. And you know, because his kids are not like 2 and 3. They old enough to know that he met Miss Trina, you know, while he was still married to Mama.
Miss Trina, how
Right.
you doing?
Right. And so, yeah, so that's the whole tip for today. You know, don't be messy.
Listen,
don't be messy.
If you're gonna be a hoe, listen, keep your
Right.
I think that's the problem with people and social media at this particular point. Everybody wants to over.
And yeah, the people don't think about it. I was like, bruh, now
like it's out there forever.
Also, if you don't want to be married to somebody,
Don't fucking
just
be married.
get a divorce.
Get a divorce, and
It's so. And listen, let me tell you what. But you know what? You pay so much more when she takes you to
got
court
that she has all the evidence.
because you was cheating. Listen,
She'll be like, I got.
if you
listen,
here is
I
the
got
whole.
receipts.
Listen, here's the whole tip 1.1. If you do got a side piece, keep them undercover until after the divorce, because that's gonna cost you money. Because let me tell you, if I'm married to you, and then I found out that you got a side piece while we married, oh, that's just all that. Let's settle this amicably. Shit
There is no
goes
amicably.
all the way out the door.
There is no amicably.
All the way out the door.
There's no amicably.
Yeah, none of that. All right, so that was your whole tip for the week. All right, so wrap it up.
Yeah, so we're going to close this show out tonight. But so the BGK8 show streams live on Wednesdays on VoxWave.com, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern and 5 to 6 p.m. Pacific. Look for the episodes available on YouTube every Friday. Search for Vox Power 373. And look for the BGK8 show with Dominion and Epic. Currently, we are able to host a live studio audience. We have more than enough space for a couple
2 to 3 people.
Couple peoples. If you can't be in our audience, you can always give us a call, and you can call us and chat with us live at
240-719-2560.
One more again.
240-719-2560. 240-719-2560. There you go.
So.
In addition to YouTube, you can also catch the show on SoundCloud as well as iTunes.
Ting.
See, we fancy as shit, y'all.
So if you can't reach us on any of those platforms, you want to reach out to us on social media, you can reach me and or Dominion, and you can find me on Instagram at I am Epic Onyx. You can also find me on Twitter at Epic Onyx1, and you can also find me on Facebook if you look for Epic Onyx. And Dominion, how can people reach you?
You can reach me on. I was going to say that,
You
but
can reach me by
railway. You can reach me by pigeon mail. Anyway.
But you better not have that motherfucking shit on my car.
Right. You can reach me on Twitter and Instagram at DomOnyx, Facebook.com/DomOnyx, and www.domonyx.com. So I want to clue the listeners in to, soon and very soon, you're going to see some very exciting and new things. Are you done?
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So there's going to be some. Yes, I saw. There's going to be some fun and exciting changes on the BGK8 show. So look forward to that in the next couple of months. So in the meantime, thank you all for coming out. God bless you and good night. Mwah.